Without any further ado, Frank Oz. He's coming on down.
Thank you.
I'm curious how you and Jim developed the characters. You know, like in terms of, and one of the interesting things I think is that, in a way, you and Jim were kind of a comedy team where he did Kermit a lot of, throughout the entire history of Kermit. And Kermit was kind of like the straight man. It was like all of the comic characters were the ones that you played. So, you talk about Piggy and Kermit, Bert and Ernie. Basically, he was the straight man, and you were doing.
Well, actually,
comedy.
I did Bert, and he did Ernie. So
Yeah.
The great thing with the characters is that, as opposed to incredible duos like Martin Lewis and Abbott and Costello, etc., we got to switch. I was straight man with Bert, and he was the comedy with Ernie. He was the straight man with Kermit. I was the comedy with Fozzie or Piggy. So we were able to switch back and forth.
And were you, like when you were workshopping these characters early on, did they evolve over time?
Yeah, it's a very complicated process. First of all, when you see me here, you should see a few hundred people on the stage with me, because we're talking about the fact that I'm, still around. I'm kind of the last man standing with Dave Goelz. There's Workshop, who created the characters, the designers, Jim number one, the other Muppet performers, and you don't create a character out of nothing. The characters are created with everybody involved. Although you're the main guy, the other performers are there to play with, and that's where the characters come from between takes. And each character is created differently. And we've been very fortunate because we've had time over the years to create these characters and let them season and develop. And today, unfortunately, there's not that opportunity for people,
Why don't we take a couple of questions from the audience?
Hi.
So related to this movie specifically, I think it seems like it was probably a big splash for the audiences to see the characters depart from the Muppet Show, like riding bicycles and cars and stuff like that. So I'm curious, what was the most exciting part for you as a performer for moving out of the Muppet Show format and into a film format?
Well, honestly, we were in London for 5 years. The biggest part was getting into the sunshine. So we were in the studio for years, and so I think, for me, the most exciting thing is learning something new, whatever it is, and learning the film process. And I've been fortunate to be on many sets before I became a director, and that was my film class, all the years and years of being on set. So I think what was exciting was learning a new process. That was exciting for me.
I want to thank you so much for coming out and being with us today. Yep.
Thank you all for coming. That's nice.